Hello, my name's Andy and I'm a recovering gambling addict. My last bet was the 14th of April 2007. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm quite mindful of the fact that I'm coming up to my 13th anniversary of gambling, and I always get kind of a bit tetchy and a bit worried about stuff. And I just got to be careful, make sure my barriers are in place. I'm 99.99% certain I'm not going to gamble. Just got to keep that little bit in check. However, I do think back a bit, and I usually tend to say, don't say this very often. Well, I tend to say it quite a lot. Don't look back, but I always have that little inkling around anniversaries, so I am fallible. Thinking about to this time 13 years ago when I was feeling really low. Wife's about to give birth to Joel, and all I could think about was running away, killing myself. I was absolutely in bits, and pressure was to me. I was having anxiety attacks, hiding everything away, and I wasn't really in a good place. But here I am still. I just celebrated Joel's 13th birthday, and he does feature quite a lot in my hell of a lot in my recovery, because obviously he did come at a really bad time in my personal life, in my life. It should have been the happiest time in the world for me, but it wasn't. I was such a low ebb. I was at rock bottom. I had to pick myself up. I had to get myself better, more for my wife and for him. Yet I didn't tell him about what was going on. Becky did find out. I did get caught out, but still here to tell the tale. I'm so grateful. I'm so lucky to have the support I have in Becky, in my family, Joel as well, and it's there. He loves the job I do now, Joel. He's always asking about it, asking if I had a good day, and he's such a sweet boy. And obviously, I've got the help from my other kids as well. I mean, Lucy doesn't really know a lot, but Liam doesn't really understand, but he knows my idea stuff. Hi, Lewis. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you on the vlog. But I'm here. I'm nearly 13 years gamble free. I had to take responsibility. I had to sort my recovery out. It's paramount that only you can fix you. Can't wait for anybody else to do it for you. End of the day, got to get your help. I'm going to reel off a few links again to where you could get help, etc. And I hope you can listen to these and probably jot these down. I'll also write them down after the vlog's uploaded tonight onto this YouTube channel, so you get all the links on there for you to copy down, write down, or click on. GamCare helpline is there 24/7, 365 days a year. There's always going to be somebody on the end of the phone. I know for a fact that they're still running through with these as well throughout the testing times we have at the moment with the coronavirus outbreak. GamblersAnonymous.org, anywhere in the world. There's forums on there. There's online 12-step meetings that I've started to hear about now. Some fantastic little recovery groups going off online. Hearing quite a lot through Zoom and through Skype. So if anybody else knows about it on here, please drop your links on the live chat. Mail me, message me privately on my Twitter or on Facebook Messenger. Feel free to jump in and do that for me. I'll be great. And what I'll do on Wednesday when I do my next vlog, I'll shout out that Ben. Just quick hello to everybody. Hi, Roulette Out. Nice to see you for the first time. Hello, Darren. Great to see you. Hi, Sean. Nice to see some regulars on the chat. Please feel free to drop your social medias and what you do. Roulette Out and Gambling Sucks has a few videos, a few vlogs out of his story and his life with gambling addiction. Very worth a watch. Also, Roulette Out, he does quite a lot on Instagram. Nice little short, sharp videos, like 1-2 minute videos. They help a hell of a lot of people out. He's inspiring a lot of people as well. So feel free to give them a follow, wherever they are, or whatever social medias they have. Be worth having a bit of a view with them. Also, there's smartrecovery.org. It's not 12-step based or anything at all. It's just another way of like staying off from gambling if you don't think GA is your cup of tea or GamCare is your cup of tea. Gordon Moody, there's support services there through the Gambling Therapy app, and that is worldwide. There's always somebody to talk to in your language, pretty much whatever language you speak as a first language. There's online gambling help there as well if you're struggling with gambling. Break Even in England, another kind of like therapy kind of group meetings and stuff. Might be able to do it remotely, I'm not quite sure. So what I'll hopefully, if somebody gets in contact with me who's gone through Break Even, if they can like give me a bit more information, I'll quite happily share that on the blog. Also, NHS in Manchester, Leeds, London and Sunderland. I do hear that there is some remote meetings going off in place with them as well, which is fantastic. Feel free, just Google NHS Gambling Addiction Help and you should find all the links there for you to have a look at and what information you do require. Some books around as well. Obviously, it's Tony O'Reilly's fantastic story about absolutely amazing story he has around his gambling addiction life. Also, the Alan Carr book, How to Stop Gambling. Russell Brand, Recovery for All as well. Obviously, it's not just linked to gambling, got alcohol addiction and also drug addiction, etc. Well worth a read. I know many people have sought recovery through these places. Obviously, there's the GA forums and the GA literature as well. Lots of very good literature through GA if you feel free to try and order it online as well. I wanted to talk a bit more about education as well. And you're going to have a lot of time on your hands now, especially at home. You're online. A lot of people do gamble online. And there's a lot of different in the online gambling world won't stop. It's all there still 24/7 in your face. So you could get other bits of time on your hand, bits of time to deal with something else, do something else. As regards education, I mean, I've just done a bit of a Google for the last couple of hours or so, having a bit of a read, and there's lots of e-learning courses available for free as well. I mean, I'm just going to read out a few now. Obviously, I'm reading out a lot of UK-based ones, but if there's anybody who's like from any other part of the world, feel free to shout up, drop them in the live chat. It'll be great for me to see, and I can shout them out for you. There's virtualcollege.co.uk, read.co.uk. I know that's one of the massive agencies in the over here. They're doing some great stuff. Open.edu.uk, bbc.co.uk. There's free online courses on there as well. Open.ac.uk, free online course.org.uk, oxfordhomestudy.com, futurelearn.com, elearningcourses.co.uk, and elearningcollege.co.uk. There's a hell of a lot of free alternatives there to keep if you're struggling for time to fill your time. Get educated, pick something else out. I mean, I just went through a few. There's loads of computer skills ones. Learn sign language, learn a language, mental health first aid training available online as well. There's some stuff that you have to pay for as well, but would you rather pay, say 30, 40 quid for an e-learning course or 30, 40 quid chucking it on Nigerian football, which is being promoted quite heavily at the minute, or whatever, and make that choice. Learn new things. Obviously, with my recovery was all around fitness, and obviously I might be cutting down on the running now. So I'm going to look for like different things on the actual on YouTube and any like things I can do like in front of a laptop. So I'll probably be sweating my tits off in the kitchen, going nuts, doing insanity and various other different workout courses just to keep myself ticking over. Also for my children as well. I mean, I've been looking for a lot of e-learning stuff on there as well for my kids, because obviously they're off school now, and with Becky staying home as well. It's going to be challenging, but it's going to be fun as well. And obviously I've got my role to carry on with as well with Epic. So it's lots for me to keep busy with and lots for me to do. I'm just going to quick read out one or two of the live chat bits. Hope everyone is. It's been quite a week or two. Yep, as Roulette Out says, he's got, based on his own lived experience, short pieces of advice and thoughts. Cracking little, Instagram channel. Feel free to get over there. Give him a follow. He'd be more than welcome to talk to people. Yeah, as Darren says, very key to keep busy at this time. It is. It's imperative. Look after your recovery first and foremost. It's great that we're all out there for each other, but always make sure you look after you as well. I'm sure it probably will do. I'm sure it will do. I mean, all the bookies are now shut. Hope this helps people. I'm sure it probably will, but I'm just waiting for. I just fear there'll be quite a lot of online remote gambling now. Took the retro Casio keyboard out of the cover. That's brilliant, Darren. That was fantastic. Absolutely, keep yourself busy. Babbel is a great app for language learning. Yep, no problem. I'll shout that out at Babbel. Hi, Scott. How you doing, buddy? If you had to proportion blame for your gambling problem yourself, how would you gauge it, percentage hours? For me, 100% on me. I take full responsibility of my actions. No one, I can't blame Bookmaker for what I did. I can't blame somebody else for what I did. I did that end of the day, and I'm the one who has to fix my life, recover as well, so to speak. It'd be quite interesting if anybody else wants to answer that question on the live chat as well. It's a very good question from Scott, that is. Anybody else want to answer that one? Obviously, I take full responsibility for my actions. It'd be great if anybody else have a bit of an answer. Scott's chewing away here. But yeah, also, I mean, what is one or two little bits as well. I mean, I looked on Twitter the other day. People worrying about getting quite a lot of text message marketing from gambling sites. There is a way to stop this, you know. There is TPS online. All you have to do is type your phone number in, and within 28 days, those marketing messages should disappear. It just depends, though, if you're applying for something or trying to order something online and take that third-party app where you don't want any other communication. That should stop. I'm not saying it's probably 100%, but it's another little barrier, little tool to stay away from you, if you know what I mean. It's hard. It is hard to probably avoid the adverts, don't get me wrong. But there is things on Facebook as well where you can make sure gambling ads don't appear on there. Just go through to your settings and type in. I click on, every time I get like a gambling ad on my Twitter, I just click I don't like this ad, and I don't get anything for a few weeks, and one probably pops up. Because it's only the nature of me, you see, because obviously I talk a lot about gambling on my Twitter feed as well. As Darren quite rightly says, as I'm 100% responsible for my recovery, you can't wait on anybody else to do that. It has to come from you. For me, I mean, I know Scott, he does that. He does it for his family first and foremost, and do adverts really give people the urge? I only started really noticing the adverts when I first stopped, and that was a long time ago, and there wasn't as many back then, if you know what I mean. So, hi Tony, hope you're doing well. Is it Tony Peranti? How you doing, buddy? I'm glad you're on here, mate. Nice to see you all. If that's the case, if it's you. But yeah, do really give people the urge. For me personally, obviously, I'm a long way down in my recovery. Doesn't affect me. It might affect others. It'd be nice if other people who are still pretty fresh in the recoveries or in the first 2 or 3 years to answer that. Hi, Trevor. 6 months gamble free today. That is fantastic achievement, mate. Hope those barriers are staying in place. Hope you're keeping strong. Hope you keep talking as well. But yeah, with regards to adverts, I only started noticing them when I did start gambling, and you're like, wow, buff, 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 buff. I'm not sure if everyone's different. It's not all one size fits all, is it? So we'll see what happens with adverts eventually as well. I'm sure there'll be changes in the coming years with regards to that. Does anybody else have any questions at all to ask? I'll answer in the best I can. I have no love for the book. I just needed to find the tools to help myself. I wanted to discover how to the book is held no more power. That's very, very honest of you there. Rule it out. That was made good. I don't think anybody I mean, everyone's different with regards to like bookmakers and things like that. I mean, when you stop, you suddenly realize how many better adverts. As I say, I could probably relate to that back in the day. Obviously, there wasn't as many adverts back when I was gambling, but obviously nowadays there's a lot more. And I think there's something like a 1,300% rise in the last 6-7 years with regards to adverts in the UK around gambling. Obviously, they're here, there, everywhere, and they do a lot of sponsoring as well. But hopefully, I mean, I'm quite like the Gamble Aware ads, the Bet Regret ones, and I know a lot of people talk about. I've seen a lot of people talk about them who are not affected by gambling, who think, yeah, that's quite good. It gives me an idea and stuff. And I talk to many people who are still gambling, and they're absolutely fine with it. But I try and talk to them about the online tools available, like your deposit limits and how long you can gamble for during the day, and also your win-loss ratios and things like that. There is quite a lot of tools out there on gambling sites if you are still gambling, and to look and get that physical effect and look, and it might help you. You think, oh, actually, I need to curb back a bit, or I need to self-exclude, I need to stop. And obviously, there is some online tools on there as well with GamStop, Gamban app, Gamblock as well. 3 great tools there to block your online gambling. And obviously, with people having a lot of things on a lot of time on their hands, these kind of tools are absolutely relevant and vital to people now. And as I went back earlier talking about all the education tools and stuff, I mean, I had a quick look through the apps as well. There's loads of apps. I had a quick look through today, and lots of free things where you can do little brain teasers, brain puzzles, stuff without having the need to having a bet. If you get that urge to have a bet, you can be probably with somebody. If you're family based, talk to them. Also, you've got your online community as well. There's podcasts out there, All In Recovery podcast with Brian Wasserman, Jeff Wasserman. Sorry, he has a Skype meeting 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I believe. Give him a Google. He does this, and it's amazing. Kind of tools. People all over the world having a Skype meeting. I know there's many on the online community on Twitter that are setting up Zoom meetings to talk to each other. Keep talking. Keep being honest. Keep talking about your urges. Feel free to privately DM me. I'm more than happy to talk to you on strictest confidence. Whatever you say goes out there. Adverts really out. Zero urge for me personally. They feel like an unwelcome guest in my house. That won't leave. Yeah, they are there, and obviously with me, I do see them all the time, and it is what it is at the minute. Obviously, maybe changes down the line in regards to them. We'll see what happens. Boredom got better me the other day, and the best thing I've done was speak out about it. Exactly, Tony. That's amazing kind of thing. Boredom's a big killer as well. I mean, people think about it, and then I know a lot of people who have messaged me for help personally and say, but boredom, a lot of people just do it out of boredom. And as you say, the best thing you did was speak out about it. And I saw those exchanges on social media, mate, and you should be applauded for speaking up about it and how you're feeling and if you're struggling. Because we all do have good days, and we do have some awful days in recovery as well. I always say about someone recovering from gambling, you have up here or down there. You're just trying to flatline across the middle. Did you, Scott? What did you do when you went back in, mate? I mean, they said there's no such word. Go and have a think and tell me what emotion makes you gamble. I think it was the buzz for me. It was like the adrenaline rush when I was gambling. I got to a stage where I think I wasn't even bothered about winning. I just wanted to do it. I was learning anxious down. So he kind of dug down for you, Scott. And you got to the crux of some more of the probably issues you may have had in your life as well at the time. as you say, you said you felt lonely, anxious, you down. It makes you go away and think. I could imagine. Does anybody have any more questions at all? Feel free to ask them. How are you coping personally with life indoors at the minute? Pretty much said. And he said, "If boredom is a get out, there's an underlying reason." And you came up with all these reasons, didn't you? What I also want to do is congratulate my colleague as well, Patrick Foster. He's 2 years free from gambling today. It's a massive achievement, and I know his story and the work he's put in with Epic and his own personal recovery. It inspires a hell of a lot of people. He's reached a hell of a lot of people in the last year or so with regards to his life, and he's a truly inspiring person and an absolute good, one of the nicest people you'll ever get to meet, and I'm proud to know him and call him as a mate as well. Yeah, so if you have a bit of a find him on Twitter, he's Patrick Foster. Have a bit of a read about his story. Yeah, it's very good to rule it out. Sounds like a coaching approach, I suppose. For the benefit of the live chat, Scott, can you just tell them what kind of recovery path you chose and how you got through, what help you got, if you don't mind? I do apologise, I have to keep wetting my whistle quite a lot at the moment. Drinking a lot of tea and coffee when you're at home as well. I mean, I drink quite a fair bit amount now, but while I've been at home a lot, I end up drinking 5-6 cups a day. And that's probably my latest cup tonight. It's 8:20. I don't want to be like up all night, so to speak. As I say, just keep busy. These are very testing and challenging times. For me, my fitness is going to be vital for the next week or so. So I'm always going to try to set away half an hour each day to do something. Maybe if I walk up and down the stairs quite a lot, I live in a 3-story house, so I'm probably looking to do that 50 to 100 times in what, just do something to keep myself fit if we do go into lockdown. Rehab 26 days locked away. Rehab counselling 1-to-1. As just counselling 1-to-1 and group sessions every day. And that's, I mean, I've heard Scott's story loads of times and what he's gone through. As he says, equine therapy, isolation, I'm on my own at the minute, so really tough. As you say, Tony, reach out all times, mate. Yeah, I know it's hard when you're on your own probably, and as you say, not being at work, it is a difficult time. We have a lot of time on our hands. We do wonder what it's about. I know Tony went through Gordon Moody and it was a lifesaver for him. Meditation, yoga, breathing exercises to control anxiety. As you said, I mean, Scott went through quite a lot of different things. He had a bit of short, sharp tack kind of recovery, and it helped him loads. Scott won't mind me saying he's a very happy-go-lucky character, and I count him as one of the best, as a great mate as well. He's one of the best lads going. As Scott says, it's sporting chance he went through, but I mean, I know Tony's gone through Gordon Moody, and I've been lucky enough to go up there to sit in there and see what it's like in there, and it is an amazing tour. I know there's a massive waiting list to get involved with Gordon Moody. It's about a 3-4 month waiting list, but it's hard, it's tough going to imagine, but it's worth it. Tony, if you want to just like describe what Gordon Moody's like, that'd be great, just for the live chat. And obviously, when I upload this video, people can read through it as well, and it'd be amazing. Just give us a few lines, basically, a bit like what Scott's done. That'd be great. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see quite a few people who I know very well off social media coming on tonight and listening, and it is amazing. It's fantastic. Thank you for all coming on. I really appreciate it. I am going to do another one on Wednesday. I'm just going to go for about another 4 or 5 minutes on here tonight. But I will be back Wednesday. I'm going to do 7 o'clock so I don't clash with the Skype meeting for Jeffrey Wasserman. I'm going to go twice a week. I'll keep reading out like the same kind of links where to go and get help, etc. as well, whilst online and whilst we're in a quiet kind of situation. Obviously, with regards like the coronavirus, I'm just going to go a little off tack. See you later, Darren. 14-week pro, brilliant, Tony. Thank you for putting all that a lot on the group for 1-to-1 sessions too. Saved your life. It's like, for me, like GA saved my life, being around other people who understood what this is. No problem, Tony, at all. I just want to go a little off tack about coronavirus in the UK. As you're probably aware, it's wall-to-wall news coverage and can't get away from it and stuff. For me, what I'm going to do one day a week is stay totally away from social media. I'm going to put my phone down, leave Twitter off. People know about me with my Twitter, and I can get a bit quite talkative on there and things like that. What I'm going to do, instead of keep looking at refreshing my Twitter page quite a lot, I'm going to put my phone away, not going to look at Twitter for one day, look at all my social medias for one day, just going to check my WhatsApp messages really, and that's it. I think it gives you a healthy mind. I'm going to leave the telly off for a day as well, so I don't have to look at anything with regards to the news or anything at this time. Keep away from it. Talk to my family. Do bits with my family. Do bits for my work. Do bits. Talk to my mum and dad on Skype. Talk to Becky's mum and dad on Skype as well, because it is hard for us. It's especially hard for me seeing people as well. I mean, it's a killer for me. My mum and dad live by the seaside in Lincolnshire Coast, Sutton-on-Sea. It's the second oldest community in the UK with regards to council water. It's the second oldest on average. Nearly half the people there are retired. And it panics me when I see people going to Mablethorpe and Skegness, still not listening to the advice around coronavirus, staying away, or they're just treating it as a holiday. Please, I know it's a bit of a personal thing for me. Stay away from these places. There's lots of old and vulnerable people out there, especially down the coastlines. Think about it. Keep living. Look after each other. Yeah, that'll be great. I'm going to sign off now. Thank you very much for everyone, for the questions, for people, how they've recovered on the live chat. Obviously, you can find me on Twitter at Andy Margaret. Thank you very much for your help. I really appreciate it in setting up this video tonight. I'll be back Wednesday. My name's Andy, and I'm a gambling addict. My last bet was the 14th of April, 2007. Thank you.